Peace and high frequencies, everybody. Black Fit Witch. I'm not going into dream today, I don't think. Who knows? If spirit guides me to share it with in the dream realm, but I really was guided to talk a little bit about the Carson and the Wes, Billy versus Wes. I can't think of his last name. Anyway, debate, and it really wasn't a debate, but in a way it was. But they were having a conversation, and if you haven't seen it, okay, check it out. If not, I'll tap into it a little bit. But basically, one of Billy's neighbors has a podcast. Hold on, somebody calling me. All right, sorry y'all. Just not coming back in. I did my work and meetings and everything all day. But yes, it jumped from me trying to do this video to work just at the snap of a finger. But I did want to talk about, like I was telling you all about the Billy Carson and the Wesley, Bill and Wes. I watched the video. Basically, and people are saying like this guy just crushed Billy, and I didn't see it like that. I see it that this guy was a linguistic master. He's an historian. He's really well versed in study when it comes down to books, and especially historic books from the biblical perspective, because of course he fights for the Christian thought process and mindset. What Billy was trying to convey and share, which really threw Billy off. And I'm telling y'all right now, I ain't no fan of Billy. I don't follow Billy like that no more. I used to listen to Forbidden Knowledge videos on Instagram probably 7, 8 years ago. And when he first got started with that, but then, his energy kind of shifted for me. I really wasn't feeling him. So don't by any means think that I'm on fire for Billy, because I ain't. However, I'm just giving you an account of how I took on what was shared and my thought process on how it was shared and what was going on. So anyway, Billy was really trying to convey, no matter if it was the book of Barnabas, Jesus' wife, he was talking about the West ended up saying those were, fake accounts, not real books. Those books had falsified documentation in it, and, it was plagiarized. I don't know, some bullshit. So anyway, but what Billy was really trying to convey to Wes was the fact that the book is written by man, right? And anything that is written by man is going to have flaws in it. We cannot take that as 100%. Billy shared that he's traveled. He's went to the Dogon tribes. He's visited with these tribes, and they have shared what their accounts is of alien species, Anunnaki, and all of this. And the man was like, well, what was your mode of ensuring that what they shared is true? And just like what Billy was trying to say, the verbal oracle communication, how can we verify that any motherfucking thing is true? How? You know what I'm saying? And that's basically where Billy was, and where he left him is we can't verify that any of this shit is true, because all of this stuff is written by man. The way that we checking this is by another man. So it's kind of I'm gonna tell y'all, like Dr. Blair said, there is no truth until you decide what truth is. Point blank and simple. And I feel and hopefully, I don't know, but I feel in that video, within that moment, a realization possibly came to Billy, hopefully, that all of this quoting these various books and trying to say and discredit these books in any way, that's really not the way to go. Because like at the end of the day, you're going to find out that it's somebody well versed and more studied than you in books. Because that's what books are, just for people who want that type of intellect. The real book and the real truth lies within. It lies within these untapped, untouched memories. And when we go into dream realms, and when we astro travel, and when we speak to the ancestors in meditation, when we go into ceremony, when we tap into the mushrooms, when we tap into the entheogenic journeys that we go into, that's where the information lies. Every time I'm recording, people want to call me. That's where the information lies. So I read portions of books to spark information and energy within me, but I don't take that as like the all be, because it is a book. Source did not come down and scribe. All right? Now, Source can input information and knowledge in you, in me, in us, where we want to share and write a book and put it where others can know. But is it going to resonate with everybody? No, it's not. Because we're not all from the same star system. We're not all the same type of energies. We're not all the same. So what I may put out that Source gives to me may not resonate with everybody, just like my dreams don't resonate with everybody. That's just what it is, because we're different, right? Just like people who are part of the Malakazi York and the Nuwapians, it's people who resonate with that, right? And that's what they fight for. That's who they are. It's people that are ride or die for Dr. Umar. It's people that ride or die for 19 Keys. It's still people that ride or die for Billy Carson, Bobby Hemmett, Dr. Blair, Dr. Saidi, Dr. Layla Africa. It's so many different, I would say, theories and consciousnesses that's out here. And what you all are supposed to do is pull the information that resonates with you, throw away anything else that don't, and go down the own path, your own path that the Creator has set forth for you. There is no one all be to everything. And that is where I have a problem with religion. That's where I have an issue with Christianity. Because they try to make it as if there's one all be, there's one path to the Creator, God. There's one path to enlightenment, but they don't even call it enlightenment, to being saved. There's one path to being saved from this world, which is denying the earthly flesh and all this. So that ain't balance. There's no balance in that. There's no balance. So Billy, from what I heard and watched on the video, and I watched it last night, all the way to the end, and it really was Wes wanting to discredit Billy. And it was like Wes came prepared to really make Billy know that, because he's probably studied Billy. Okay, he studied Billy's TikToks, YouTubes, videos. He's probably paid for classes just so he could get to a point to discredit him. Because it was like whatever Billy was stating about these different texts that he's talked about, and he said he's talked about it multiple times, this man was ready for a rebuttal against him immediately. And he kept wanting to go back to that. Like even when Billy was saying like, hey, we talked about it, let's go on to another subject. And he was like, no, he really wanted to stay on the Barnabas and the crucifixion that wasn't true that Billy stated. And who fuck no, crucifixion ain't true. I don't know if it's true or not true. Because really, we weren't there. Was you at the crucifixion? No, your ass wasn't. Your ass is taking the fact that your pastor and his book is saying that this shit happened. That's what you taking into account. Somebody else said. Somebody said. He said, she said. Like we used to say in school. You get me caught up in some he said, she said shit. That's all these books are. There's some he said, she said shit. How deep do you want to go into the he said, she said shit? Because it don't fucking matter at the end of the day. It don't matter that Jesus died and he was crucified. Who gives a fuck? That shit don't matter. That shit don't matter. It don't matter about Buddha. It don't matter about Krishna. It don't matter. What matters is you. All of these stories are about you. And y'all want to get into a fucking linguistic scripture book fight over some he said, she said shit? That's really what it looked like to me. Like, the white dude just really wanted to go in some he said, she said shit and to prove that I've outstudied you. And that goes back to that egotistical mindset that is just like a Christian. It's all out of spirituality. And that was my disconnect from Billy. But hopefully Billy had an awakening with this. That it's not about all the books you've read. It's not about what these books say and quote. These books are just to bring you to a state of enlightenment. And if you're going to, and my thing is, if you're going to base everything that you do in your spiritual walk on books, then get down, dig deep into the motherfuckers and know what the fuck you talking about. Know what you talking about. That need to be your daily work and walk every day. You need to be studying. You need to be seeking out the best interpreters in Greek and Hebrew and like this dude had done with his mentors and people. Right? So my thing is what Billy did 10 years ago with his studies ain't holding up no more, because people have gone, watched your videos, researched, and gone behind you to sweep up all the crumbs your ass and left out because you made it to a certain height, because people weren't as knowledgeable as you were during that time. Because people weren't as knowledgeable as you were during that time. So you were able to get in on a market of woke people, spiritual people who were looking for answers that they have been receiving internally in dream realms and astral travel shit, on psilocybin, on cannabis, you know, on peyote, on ayahuasca. They've been seeing this, and then you come and say, hey, you know, the books that you've read, you had an enlightenment journey, you knew more than these people. So you were able to say, hey, I'm gonna create a course on this, I'm gonna do these videos on this, I'm gonna do this, because you had got people who hadn't done all this traveling. The average person don't have the money to get up and just go and stay in Egypt all that time, or for that matter, even go to Egypt. So he was able, on 1, 2, 3, 4, I just saw on the time clock on the video. So he was able to really give away Rolls Royces and all this kind of stuff because people weren't as studied than he was during that time. But now, you got ChatGPT, you got AI chatbots, you got people who are making money online, YouTubers, influencers, TikTok. They're able to go, travel, hire, research. They're at home all day. They can research, they can read. Like he said, he got the papyrus, he got all these different things. He's able to study, have mentors, have people who can interpret. And this is what he does. See, Billy's background is in tech and in science, which is where him and Terrence Howard connect. This man's background is a historian, linguistic. Like this is what he does. He studies languages. He studies these books and understands the interpretations. Then that way he can sway it any way he wants to. And one of the things Billy kept bringing up was the fact that, you know, it says that slaves obey your masters. That's in the biblical text. And he was going back trying to say, hey, during that time, da 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 da. And that was what was needed to be said during that time. And it wasn't the same as abolitionists have made it to be in different places. It was what was going on during that time. It was a different time. And just like his neighbor, the guy that was doing the podcast, stated, during that time, in the Bible it also states that we ain't supposed to be women shouldn't wear jewelry and all that kind of stuff. That women shouldn't wear jewelry. And like, if God is all-knowing and all-powerful, why did he put that in there now if it's not addressed to women now today? It's so much double talk in the Bible. That's why it's kind of like, how can you take it so literally? Because we know that it was somebody that wrote it. It was a man that wrote it. Right? So that was basically what I got of it. I didn't feel like Billy was discredited in all ways. It's just Billy was discredited on his lack of research, on his lack of understanding all of these texts as in depth as Wes did. But his overall message was the fact that these books are all tainted. All these words and information is tainted because it is written by a man. And it's so flip-flop. Right? And everything has flaws when you put the man's touch on it. Everything has room for error. And even the podcast guy brought that up. So that was all Billy was trying to convey and share. I don't care if it was Book of Barnabas, Bible, Matthew, Ephesians, whoever. It was all written. Like, how you can't even say that this is even what you saying about this Bible papyrus or whatever is correct. What mode are you measuring it against to say that what they're sharing is actual accounted facts? At the end of the day, anybody can say what they want to say. I don't care how ancient the goddamn book is. That's why there is no truth until you decide what truth is. That's the best thing that you can ever take with you, that Dr. Blair shared with us before his ascension out of here, is there is no truth until you decide what truth is. There ain't one. And Wes decided what his truth is. His truth is rooted in that fucking Christian Bible, that papyrus and all that stuff. That's what they believe. And that's fine. Just like most people believe Christianity is the way. Some people believe Jesus is the way. If that's your truth, then that's what it is. It ain't mine, but if that's yours, then sail along with it. And the problem becomes where those who have figured so-called what their truth is try to persuade others to have the same truth that they have. That's the fucking problem. My truth ain't your truth. Motherfucker over there can believe in trees is their Lord and Savior. That's okay. That's fucking okay. Motherfucking believe in grasshoppers, squirrels. I don't know. Whatever that truth is for you, that's your truth. Just because Jesus Christ or whatever the motherfucker last name is your Lord and Savior don't mean that's for everybody. It ain't. It ain't for me. It ain't for everybody. And that's one of the things that we got to get out of moving forward in this realm. Is that what is right for me ain't right for everybody else. Like, we got to stop that. Just like everybody want to stop, like, gender equality for everybody. Damn, it need to be spiritual equality for everybody. I'm tired of you wanting everybody to believe in Jesus Christ. I don't believe in Jesus Christ. And stop making me try to believe in Jesus Christ or putting a box on me. What you believe in? Motherfucker, I don't believe in nothing. Goddamn, can I just be me? Can I just be? Goddamn it. Why do I have to believe in something? Are you an atheist? No, I'm not a motherfucking atheist. I ain't nothing. Don't put me in nobody motherfucking box. I'm sick of that shit. Spiritual equality for all. I'm fighting for that shit. I want spiritual equality. Because everybody want everybody to believe in this motherfucker that ain't even real. Shit, Santa Claus may be your real. Goddamn, it don't matter. Whatever you choose, that's you. That's your whatever you choose. All right. There is no truth until you decide what truth is. Okay, y'all? So I'm going to leave you all with that. And as always, I leave you in peace and high frequencies, everybody.